Good morning. Today I am sharing with you another updated version of the option chain auto analyzer, and the changes which I have incorporated are based on inputs received from a couple of friends. To highlight the changes which I have made in this particular version uh, are like I have added the volume of trade which is happening on a particular strike. Of course, this was something which was originally available but was removed in version 2. However, we have restored this figure again. Uh, Apart from restoring the overall volume for a particular strike, what we have also tried to now incorporate is to highlight the top three values to indicate the highest volumes are happening at these levels. Similarly, you will find volume has been added for the puts as well. Of course, if we are adding it for calls, naturally we'll add it for the puts as well. And a similar highlight, auto highlighting option has been incorporated in this as well. Now, another interesting data point which we have incorporated now is the POI, which means the percentage change in the open interest. Now, this actually gives you a clear understanding as to how much percentage change has happened intraday on a particular level when you compare today's open interest versus the overall open interest. Essentially, this calculation takes into consideration what was the open interest a day before. So if we see 15,300, the intraday change in OI is approximately 15,000, while the total OI on this level is 16,000. So if we do a back calculation, it indicates that yesterday at this particular strike, 939% OI has increased compared to the OI which was present on Thursday or whenever the last trading day was. Now, this calculation can really help us to understand where the maximum writing is happening, and if we really compare this 15,300 put option POI versus call option POI, we find this is a much larger number, which indicates the possible direction of the markets in the coming days. Apart from these two additions, one uh, more input which was received was that it was difficult to select these particular stocks because the data was not clearly visible. Now what we have done is, if you click the select stock options, the sheet automatically zooms up. Then it becomes very easy for you to scroll and figure out which stock you are looking at. You can select the stock of your choice and click anywhere on the sheet. The sheet goes back to the original size, and then it becomes more easier for you to view the entire data. Another thing is, now here you will be able to see which expiry this data is being pulled for. Now if I just click pull option chain, the system starts to pull the option chain. So now the system has started pulling the Bank Nifty data for the 18th March expiry. So once the data is pulled, we'll go back to the master screen to see what exactly it is showing. So the data has been pulled. I'll just click OK and go back to the master sheet. Now here I see, of course, the expiry being 18th March. We see the strikes have changed. We also see the calculations for POI and the volumes. So this is what is important for anyone to have on the screen for uh, it being very useful for the trading. Then apart from this, one more sheet which I've added is OI COI data capturing. Now here what happens is, The system automatically captures the total call option open interest and the total put option open interest and gives you immediately a calculation whether the data is positive or data is negative. A similar calculation you will find for the intraday changes for all the strikes collectively. And again, it will give you an indication whether data is positive or negative. Of course, it also captures the max pain and it also captures the overall PCR for all the strikes collectively. Now, the good thing here is you can actually filter this data. And suppose you want to look at what has happened during the day in Nifty at different times, you will be able to see that at certain points of time, maybe these dates could be different because I was testing it, that certain points of time, data was also positive. However, the intraday data was always negative. Now, using this, there are ways to interpret and probably take your trades based on this data. And you can retain this data for multiple number of days. There is no problem doing that. So this is one more addition which has been done here. I hope you will find this update very useful. Thank you for watching.